Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show. We're driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Let's talk Crestwood boys basketball. Joining us is Chris Fazzini. Well, Chris, congratulations. 1,000 career points for you. Tell us how you did it.
Thank you for having me on the show right now. And, it's a tremendous honor to score 1,000 points. Every day when I walk in the gym and you see your brother's name on the banner for 1,000-point score, it just pushes you, and it tries to make you get better and push yourself to the limits. And today, I obviously couldn't have done without my teammates, and they've helped me through and pushed me as well. And, it's just something that the hard work actually pays off for, and it's a great feeling once you score that last bucket.
Well, a great feeling for you, a great feeling for your family, and maybe nobody feels better about it than Coach Mark Atherton. He just said it's been a pleasure coaching the Fazzinis, and I'm sure it's been the same for you because you got a coach that cares about you, knows the game of basketball, and he's a better guy off the court.
I couldn't ask for a better coach. From my freshman year on, he's taught me so many things, and he's been not only a great coach but a great friend as well. He's helped me in so many ways, and he's also pushed me too to the best I can be. I really couldn't have done without him, and there's no other coach I'd rather play for right now. He's a great guy.
Chris Fazzini joining us here on the John Mendola Show. We're driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Well, Chris always takes a supporting cast, and you've had some of that there at Crestwood. Talk about the guys on the team this year, and obviously you guys are working towards a district championship. Tall task because there's so many good teams at AAA, but hey, you guys aren't backing down from anybody.
No, absolutely not. There's great teams in Abington Heights, Scranton Prep, even Homesdale, and even the teams in WVC like GAR. It's a packed district this year, so it's always going to be competitive no matter what seed you play or what game you get into. And I'm looking forward to it. But, with the guys surrounding me, I think we could also get the job done. You got Brady Gallagher, a great guard, someone I think is underrated for how he plays and how big of a heart he has. And Luke Casey coming in and getting boards, and he's playing big for us right now with, it's a big help actually having a big guy this year. Brian Markowski coming in, contributed in every way possible, doing the dirty work, we like to say, but, he helps in so many ways. And then Cole Wasco again, our off guard, he's a three-point sniper, and it's great to have that guy that, loosens up the three-point arc so he can drive a little bit.
Chris Fazzini here on the John Mendola Show. Chris, so much tradition with your family and getting back to your brothers and playing basketball. Talk about being that little brother, that going up against the big brothers, and how that made you such a better person and a better basketball player and gave you that extra drive, because it's tough being the young one sometimes.
It is. Sometimes it is tough to be the young one, but, I wouldn't change it for anything. It's what's pushed me to get where I am today. Having two older brothers that were always taller than you, always more physical, it seemed like you can never beat the odds against them. Playing one-on-one in the driveway, you thought you'd always lose. But as time goes on, you learn so many things from them, and they're the people that have molded me into the person I am today, and I couldn't thank them enough for it. Watching Adam as I grew up, playing his game, watching him score 1,000 points, and then having John play with me for 2 years, as a leader, as people that are role models to me. I couldn't help, or I couldn't ask for better people to look up to and to have a better family around me.
Chris, when you talk about the next level for you, tell us about what your interests are when college comes up and what you want to study and some of the schools that you're looking at.
Right now I'm looking a little bit with the local D3s, Kings, Misericordia, Wilkes, Marywood, and I might be looking to study some pharmaceutical in the pharmaceutical setting, and hopefully get the job somewhere and start making some money.
So you're looking to stay in northeastern Pennsylvania, and of course, it's always nice to be around home and talking about being with your family. That's always an important part of your life. I know that, and of course, you've been with the Crestwood family, the Crestwood basketball family, and is coaching in your future? Maybe after your playing days, is that something you think about?
It's something I've always thought about, especially with my brothers in hand too. We always thought about coaching as our own staff. The three brothers. Hopefully that'll go through one day, but you never know. it's something that you look forward to and obviously strive for. So maybe one day.
Chris Fazzini, tell us about the type of player that you are when you're on the court. People that may not have seen you play basketball, you got a little bit of everything to your game. You could shoot an outside shot. You could pull up and hit the jumper. You could drive to the basket. You could do a little bit of everything. And trying to be a well-rounded basketball player is important.
Absolutely. I like to think of myself as versatile. Last year, I got some experience playing in the post because we really didn't have a big guy. So that's something that I worked on a lot last year. This year, there's a lot of my three-point shot, and the years before was just driving and pulling up on a dime and hitting a little jump shot. So it's a very well-rounded game that people have told me so far. And there's things that I could only get better at, and that's what I'm striving to do, even at the next level, hopefully in college.
We'll talk about hitting the job in the classroom because that's something that you guys pride yourself on as well. Tell us about the study habits you have and how you get it done there to make sure that you're going to succeed in the classroom when you go to college. And obviously you want to go into pharmacy. You got to be pretty good at the books.
Absolutely. My parents always taught me that that schoolwork comes first and basketball second, but there's something that you have to balance there. You have to multitask and you have to push yourself in both ways and on the school books and on the court. So I think both help each other. Working on the court helps you in the classroom, gets your mind going, and working in the classroom helps you on the court because basketball is a lot of things that you can learn not only in life but in the classroom. And when you hit sometimes when you're coming home from practice and you're feeling kind of tired, but you got a big test tomorrow. You just got to suck it up and study for that test and get the A.
You talk about a few words that describe the Crestwood Comets basketball team this year as the postseason gets a little bit closer. What would be those words for teams that maybe haven't seen Crestwood or may not think of Crestwood as that elite team this year? They may be thinking about some of those other teams you mentioned. Tell us about some words that you would use to describe your team.
Obviously hardworking. I'd say giant hearts. You couldn't ask for better guys that would get after it more than we do, I believe. And I would say family. That comes first, and I think we're a tight-knit group. And with that behind us, we're a tough team to beat.
Well, right now on paper and seeing them in person, you'd have to say Abington Heights is the favorite in AAA at District 2. And I think almost every team would agree, hey, that's the favorite. They're the team to beat. But on any given night, whether it's Scranton Prep or Honesdale or Pittston area, Crestwood or GAR, teams like that, they have an opportunity to possibly win a district championship this year. And I know you guys are still believing all the way to the end. So I wish you well, Chris. Congratulations. 1,000 career points for you. I know that means something to you, and we wish you well the rest of the season.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on the show.
That's Chris Fazzini from Crestwood here on the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.